Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. I want to answer another community question. If you want your questions looked at and answered in videos like this, consider dropping a comment below, maybe becoming a member of the YouTube, and always be sure to leave the IGN so I can send in a little thank you if I answer your question. Today I want to answer a question from a long-term member as well as subscriber, Adam Waller. And he just said, it was a quick one, so this will be a shorter video. But he said, look, this was in response to a recent FAQ video I did where we talked about validator nodes, SPS vouchers, land, and card values. Card values in particular, I'm super bullish about over a long time horizon. If you're new to the channel, what that means is 3 or 4 years. I find every 4 years there's a bull run within crypto. When there's a bull run, I think all the assets in the space, and there's like a affluence about the investors here that ends up feeling like certain assets getting thrown around. And that's, I think, the schedule on which I would expect really significant mooning to happen for Splinterland card ownership. And so that's how I've seen it happen before. That's what I'm expecting again in the future. I'm not even a little nervous about recent price dips because I really don't think about this in terms of days or weeks or months. I think of it in terms of years. And regardless of what my card price is saying in the Peak Monsters, website showing me how much my card deck is worth, doesn't matter because I'm not going to sell it. And simultaneously, I'm going to be enjoying it to earn ongoing rewards, which are going to pile up in my account, valued at having a low price attached to them, but I don't care because their value, their intrinsic value is far greater than the price associated with it now. And on that topic, Adam commented and he said, I believe the current set of cards, chaos and reward cards, will go up in price by 2023 if chaos sells out this year, which is 2022. And so that would be, he's thinking kind of a year from now, we'll see a big spike in the price of the current outflow of cards. The big circulate, there's I think I did the math just today or yesterday. There's 119 Chaos Legion cards, I think it was. And then there's 21 reward cards. No. I think it was 119 cards in total, including the 21 from Chaos, as well as the cards from all the ones from Chaos, as well as all the reward cards. So then there's gold foil versions of each of them. So double that, 240 roughly. And then there's a few airdrops that haven't come out yet that are going to come out. All of those cards are currently in circulation or being circulated because the Chaos cards are being opened every day and the reward cards are being issued every day. So these cards are in print now, and their circulation will continue to grow as a result of that. So between here and the completion of those circulations, the prices will likely continue to decline for 2 reasons. 1, increased supply always affects prices, but 2, there's 240 different options for us to be investing within. You might need the red team, I might need blue, somebody else's needs white. Even when we all need red, we're looking at different cards, and that diversified buying pressure allows for the cost of cards to remain quite low when there's 240 different ways you could invest. And it's not even 240 because remember, that's not including people who are primarily focused on buying packs themselves or SPS instead of cards, or for that matter DEC while the airdrops are still working, or land, or pick your possible investment here. There's tons of different things and ways you can get invested in this space. So all of these options, the multitude of options, are actually allowing the values to remain low because there's lack of focus on where our money is going. And so I think to some extent he's probably right that there is an opportunity for a significant boom in about a year after the chaos sells out, because once that sells out, you're going to have all of those cards that are currently in print. They're not really in print, but they kind of are, because every time a pack opens, it's like 5 new cards were released in circulation. And so that's what I mean when I say in print. They've all actually been printed. They're just inside those packs. But every time we open a pack, they're now in circulation, and that's going to affect prices. So I think he's right. As the Chaos Legion sells out, and I believe it will sell out toward the end of the year, but I can also imagine it maybe, I don't know, because if there was a huge boom in the altcoin market, like I've said before, and I'm expecting between here and kind of October, that would mean that the affluence we talked about at the beginning of the video will translate into a boom for the assets here in the card market, because we'll use that affluence to buy Chaos Legion packs or to buy monster cards and so on. But I think he's probably right. A year makes some sense. It says, however, this is interesting, and this is why I wanted to do a video. However, I believe card prices will drop further once the airdrop ends because lots of packs will be open. I had not thought about that, Adam. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So he's saying we've got all these. We're at 8.2 million packs that have been sold. There's a good number of those that are currently being held. They're not opened at all. I have 1,000 of them. I don't know how many you have, but they're just being sat on for the purpose of the airdrop. And as long as people are worried about getting this airdrop for another 98 days, they are going to be reluctant to open those Chaos Legion packs. And so maybe as this airdrop comes to an end, perhaps people like myself will then say, oh, you know what? I'm going to open all my Chaos Legion packs now, and because I don't get any more continuing bonus from the SPS for the airdrop. So I can go ahead and open them, enjoy the cards, and maybe ascend into that next level for me. Plus, remember, by that point, I think by that point we're going to see we will see the new rank wild versus modern. So there'll be a real opportunity for certain people to ascend into really successful and profitable positions by opening just maybe even a few hundred Chaos Legion packs, because I think the modern format is going to open some new opportunity for players. And then the wild format also will create this, just like we said with the cards, there's 120 different cards available. That creates divergence of attention. That divergence allows, I guess, different opportunities for you to follow versus what I'm going to do. Modern versus wild will be another divergence where some of us will go play over here in wild and others in modern. That's going to create different opportunities, and maybe that's going to excite some unique eagerness around people opening those packs. And so I think that makes a lot of sense, that there will be a sudden burst of packs being opened, and maybe even go one step further, maybe a burst of packs being purchased, because the airdrop is coming to an end and a ton of DEC is going to be no longer desired from a long-term hold perspective. When the top holder window, the rich list for DEC, there are a lot of people here. Look at this. Number 2. Wow. Terra block back. 189 million DEC. AL cold. 150 mil. 100,000 million. 150 million. Wow. No, 150,000? No, it is 150 million. And then 97 million. 97 million. Like some of these are not going to spend it. Like Steam Monsters is not going to spend their DEC. But my point is, there's a lot of accounts here. These are actually people, some of them. 9 million, 9 million, 9 million, 8 million. They might go ahead and spend that. What would they spend it on? Maybe cards. Maybe packs. I don't know. But I do believe that they're going to be less interested in holding that DEC after this airdrop ends. So to Adam's point, it's going to stir up the system because it's a big change. And that could trigger, like he's saying, because of if they open those packs at the end of the airdrop, that would be a supply boom on the cards, and that would lower the prices of those cards because of the boom in supply. But my point, if that DEC we just looked at gets spent on things like cards or packs, that would be a positive step in the direction towards a new moon mission for our cards, I think. Now, that sounds all really kind of short term in my mind, and as I've said so many times, I'm not focused on days, weeks, months. I'm focused on where we're going to be at in 4 or 5 years. I think this game's going to retire me in that time. And I think many of you are going to be in the same boat because you understand what this game means. And between here and there, you're going to just play the game and earn these trivial rewards that will snowball into something major as they retroactively you get that retroactive raise from those assets because your portfolio of these cards is accumulating and accumulating, and they're worth 2 cents now, but one day those 2-cent cards might be $1. And I was just looking at Luke plays to earn. He's got the lion. Everybody sends him the lion card, the gargoyle lion. I saw how on Twitter he's up to, I won't find it quickly enough here. Yeah, there it is. He's got the current lines done. He's got 2,600 of the gargoyle lions. Shout out Luke, first of all. Love that guy. Looking forward to seeing him on Thursday night. I'm going to be live with him before my own live. So come hang out. But 2,600 of these, and they're worth like, I think a penny or something, 2 pennies right now. But I really believe this card will be worth 50 to 60 cents at some point in the future. And the retroactive raise that will equate to for Luke is significant. And the same is true for you, wherever you're at. He's got 2638. You're not going to have that many of it. But the point is, if it goes up to 50 cents, that's a $1,300. That's a $1,300. He's going to have 2,600 of them times 50 cents. It's $1,300 US from just Gargoyle Lion. And you and me and everyone else is the same thing. You're earning free cards. You're accumulating free cards. They're relatively inexpensive right now, 2 pennies each. But one day they will be worth more. And that's almost by design. Actually, it is by design. And it's almost guaranteed, depending on whether there be a Black Swan event that brings down Splinterlands. And so obviously I believe that this game is both fun and rewarding. I believe that it's got great development and a trustworthy team. And so I'm willing to bet on that 4 or 5 year window. If you are too, then I think you're going to be with me there. And we're going to be so amazed by what this has done for us over that period of time. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Adam, for the comment and the question. There's more to it here. As for these very cheap cards, especially the legendaries, they will be used on land, and I imagine legendaries and gold foils will bring more benefits when used on land. They will. It's definitely a long-term game, and sometimes emotions get in the way. So, great final point. Let's end it there. It's so true that there are multitude of ways that you can put these cards to work, whether it's rank grind, and soon that'll be modern and wild, tournaments, multiple accounts. Extracting more rewards from different accounts is one way to do it. You can rent out scholars. You can join a guild and compete in brawls. Apparently brawls will eventually have SPS tournaments. And yeah, land and farming land and putting all these different ways to use the cards. It's definitely going to have a positive effect on the card prices over the long term. But don't ever think about it from a short-term perspective, guys. That's the trick. Think about these things on a long enough time horizon and just understand that that's the layup. Okay, let's leave it there. Thanks, Adam. I'm going to send you a little thank you. Appreciate you. 200 over player. It's like Icebird, I think. I might be wrong about this. Adam, if I'm wrong, drop a comment below, dude. Okay, guys. Bye for now. Have an amazing day. God bless.